There! Hannah pointed ahead of them. Claire's eyes rushed to look at where Hannah was indicating, excited to see any progress on the job they took. Her heart beat stronger as she noticed the slight indentation in the ground. Approaching the prints, Claire was better able to see the tracks, though there were only 2 prints on the ground. Do horned rabbits walk on 2 legs? She wondered. As she looked around the tracks to see in what direction the rabbit had gone, she remembered what the guild had taught them. They had been shown an example related to the orientation of the print as the rabbit moved. Just a bit away, she noticed another set of prints that were slightly smaller than the first 2. It was at that moment that it clicked in her mind. It looks like the rabbit was quickly moving. Hannah reached the same conclusion as Claire. That must be the reason why the 2 sets are separated. The rabbit having quickly moved. Claire agreed with her friend. Though it was only discovering tracks of an animal, Claire felt excited as though she had received a positive grade on the exam. The only difference between the 2 is finding animal tracks could lead them to be able to survive, several times better than being able to get a good job. I think I understand why guys seem to enjoy hunting so much. Claire thought back to some classmates who went on hunting trips with their dads. Let's hurry. Hannah carefully followed the tracks. Sticking a finger in her mouth, Claire held it in front of her to test out the air. The wind is blowing towards us. Good. She quickly ran through all the suggestions they had received for hunting monsters. Claire, I think we should switch to our rifles. Hannah suggested. I'm worried that if we get too close, then it'll be able to hear our movements. Agreed. Claire switched over to her rifle. Double check the setting, she reminded her friend. Checked, Hannah answered with the rifle in her hands, the butt of the rifle slightly tucked under her right shoulder with the barrel pointing to the ground. Claire followed the same motion, preparing her weapon. As they cautiously moved forward while following the tracks, Claire focused ahead of them as Hannah made sure to keep an eye on the prints of the monster. Wanting to prevent herself from getting overexcited, Claire breathed slowly out. Stay calm, Claire, she warned herself. We put in so much effort to finally find signs of this thing. You don't want to mess up in the end, right? Every now and then, the 2 sets were close to one another. Claire recognized that it was a sign that the horned rabbit had stopped to eat some of the vegetation before continuing on. There were small patches of some type of plant that looked to be a preference of the monster. I'll have to keep that in mind, Claire thought to herself. She used the barrel of the rifle to move some of the vegetation, seeing signs of the monster having eaten some kind of berry. I don't think this is something humans can eat. Being careful, Claire reached down to snag part of the plant so they could ask the guild worker whether the fruit was something adventurers could eat or if it was exclusive for monsters. She put the plant into a pouch on her waist. The armor had come with several pouches to help them gather food in the wild or for supplies purchased in the guild. Straightening, she checked their surroundings. She was startled when Hannah had gently touched her arm. Looking at her friend, Hannah had a finger to her lips to indicate for Claire to be quiet. Slowly, Hannah moved the finger to point ahead of them. Following Hannah's finger, Claire didn't know what she was looking for immediately. It took a moment before she saw a horn stick above the grass before dipping down. With the gentle blowing of the wind, she could make out the body of the horned rabbit, which appeared to be eating something in front of it. Since Hannah had been the first to spot the monster, Claire gave her friend a thumbs up to indicate that Hannah should take the shot. Claire got her rifle ready as she waited for Hannah to pull the trigger. In case Hannah misses, I'll need to be ready to shoot the monster as it runs. Claire raised the barrel, keeping her body loose in preparation to quickly aim if Hannah failed. It'll either run away or try to charge us, Claire reminded herself. Out of the corner of her eyes, she could see Hannah getting ready to take the shot. Claire could feel herself beginning to sweat, waiting to see the result of their first encounter with the monster in the simulation.